When the evacuation order comes, it never sounds like the movies. There's no dramatic countdown, no sirens screaming in perfect rhythm, no heroic voice telling you exactly what to do. Real evacuation orders come as chaos. Shouted voices, shaking hands, phones buzzing with half-loaded alerts, neighbors pounding on doors, the distant rumble of something going wrong fast. You don't get an hour. You don't get 20 minutes. You get 5. 5 minutes to decide whether you become one of the people who leaves or one of the people others talk about later. When you have 5 minutes to evacuate, you don't get time to think. You get time to choose, and those choices have consequences. So here's the truth. Most of what you own is dead weight. Your furniture won't save you. Your wardrobe won't save you. Your TV, consoles, appliances, collections, none of it helps you breathe, walk, run, drink, or stay alive. If it can't fit in your hands, your pockets, or a bag you can carry at a sprint, it's worthless. So here's what you grab when you have 5 minutes and the world expects you to be gone. First rule, grab what keeps you alive, not what keeps you comfortable. Survival isn't about ease, it's about function. You need water. Not a jug, not a case, 1 bottle. 2 if you can carry it without slowing down. Water buys you hours. It buys you clarity. It buys you distance from chaos. Next, calories. You're not packing meals, you're packing energy. Anything with sugar, salt, fat, or protein. Peanut butter, energy bars, nuts, dried fruit, beef jerky. Something you can eat while moving, something that doesn't spoil, something you can hold in one hand while your other hand opens a door, climbs a fence, or pushes away debris. Third, footwear. Not sandals, not slippers, not dress shoes. You need closed-toe shoes that protect your feet from glass, metal, rubble, mud, and water. Your feet are your engine. Lose them and you don't evacuate, you wait to be rescued. And rescue might not come. Put them on first. No barefoot evacuation, no exceptions. Fourth, identification.
Not because authorities care, because you'll need it to prove you exist when the system eventually crawls back online. IDs, passports, debit cards, a little cash, not a stack, just enough to buy food or transportation if systems come back piece by piece. And keep them in a zippered pocket. You lose your wallet in chaos, you lose your access to the world. Fifth, medications. Anything you rely on. Blood pressure pills, inhalers, insulin, allergy meds, painkillers. Missing 1 dose might not matter. Missing 2 might. Missing 3 could kill you. Medications aren't optional. They are survival tools. Sixth, your phone, even if it's dead. A dead phone is still a flashlight, still a camera, still a data storage device, still a map if you downloaded offline routes, still a way to receive signals the moment networks return. Take your charger even if you don't know when you'll use it.
Next, a light source. A flashlight if you have it, a glow stick if you don't, even the flashlight from a headlamp. Darkness is a predator. Light is a weapon. You don't need brightness, you need visibility. Now for the most underrated evacuation item, a blade. Not a weapon, a tool. A knife, a multi-tool, a box cutter, a folded blade, something to cut rope, tape, clothing, wires, packaging. Tools extend your hands. Tools multiply your strength. Tools solve problems before they become threats. Grab one. Seventh, warmth. A hoodie, a jacket, a blanket you can roll tight and sling under your arm. Temperatures drop at night, and evacuation rarely happens in daylight. Evacuations happen during storms, during blackouts, during structural failures, during industrial accidents. You can survive hunger for days, you can survive thirst for a while, but cold disables you in under an hour. Take something warm, don't argue with yourself. Eighth, communication. A whistle,
A small battery-powered radio if you can carry it without slowing down. Humans are loud until they aren't. When your voice fails, tools speak for you. Ninth, a mask or cloth to cover your face. Smoke, dust, ash, chemicals. Air becomes contaminated long before the authorities admit something's wrong. Anything that filters particles buys you minutes of breathable time, and breathing is everything. 10th, a bag. Not your suitcase, not a giant duffel, a backpack. Something light, something with straps, something you can run with, something that keeps your hands free. If you can't run with it, you can't take it. Now you need to understand the psychology of evacuation. These 5 minutes are not for sentimental items, not for photo albums, not for expensive gadgets, not for just-in-case items. You don't get emotional. Emotional people waste time. Emotional people freeze. Emotional people go back upstairs for something they regret. You become mechanical.
Efficient, focused. You operate on a single philosophy. What keeps me alive the next 12 hours? Nothing else matters. Not your framed pictures, not your collectibles, not your electronics, not your trophies, not your hobbies. You're not leaving a home. You're leaving a fire hazard waiting to happen. Because the truth is, evacuation is not about escape. It's about outrunning the wave of danger long enough to enter the next safe zone. As you move, expect resistance. Expect neighbors shouting questions you don't have answers to. Expect panic in the hallways. Expect gridlock outside. The people who freeze will ask you what's happening. The people who panic will grab things they don't need. The people who think they're calm will make fatal mistakes. Your job is not to save them. Your job is to stay alive. So move. Don't run blindly. Don't shout. Don't join crowds unless you absolutely have to. Crowds become crush points. Crowds become targets. Crowds move slower than danger. Instead, find space.
Side streets, alleyways, service routes, paths others overlook. Distance is survival. Every step you take increases your odds. Now let's talk about regret. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna think about the things you left behind. You're gonna wonder if you should have grabbed one more thing. Your jewelry, your documents, your laptop, your grandmother's ring. Ignore that voice. Regret is a luxury. Survival is a necessity. Every second you spent debating an object was a second the danger behind you got closer. There's no negotiation with collapse. You don't bargain with disasters, you outrun them. When you reach your first stopping point, a checkpoint, a shelter, a clearing, you reassess. Check your water, check your pockets, check your warmth, check your injuries, check your direction. Evacuations happen in waves. The first wave is instinct. The second wave is danger. The third wave is people who waited too long. Don't be in the third wave. When you only have 5 minutes, the world shrinks into a brutal, unforgiving equation. What can you carry that increases your chances instead of decreasing them? That's it. No fluff, no extras, no dead weight. The items that matter are the ones that keep you alive, mobile, hydrated, warm, identified, and capable. These 5 minutes decide whether you live the next 5 hours. And those 5 hours decide whether you live the next 5 days. So you choose quickly, you choose smart, you choose survival. And when you walk away from your home, don't look back. Looking back slows you down. Looking back drags you into the past. Your future is forward. Your chances are forward. Your life is forward. 5 minutes, 10 items, 1 mindset. Survive now, rebuild later. Because if you hesitate, you become one more person the evacuation team never finds. And if you move with purpose, You become the person who tells this story one day. In the end, the world doesn't care what you lost. It cares that you lived. And now you know how.